Hello, students. Teacher Davis here, your PCD206 instructor at Ross. And can you believe it? We are in week 4, almost at the finish line. This week, we will focus on understanding the value of researching the company we want to work for and how that preparation can strengthen our interview performance. We will also reflect on how to confidently and honestly respond to one of the most common questions you'll be asked during an interview. Tell me about your weaknesses. Now, our readings will guide us through key steps and concepts about the interview process, including how to prepare effectively, what to expect during the interview, and how to handle challenging questions. Now, in the week 4 discussion, you are going to be addressing how to answer this question. Tell me about your weaknesses. And what I've done here is I've sort of got you started and given you a format to use. I know many of you have already done this and you know what you would say, but there's still students in the class who don't know. And so therefore, let's look at how to use this format. Name the weakness clearly, but avoid deal breakers. Okay, and a deal breaker is, my biggest weakness is that, I really kind of want to always, I don't know, something like watching the clock, or I procrastinate a lot. You don't ever want to say anything that is a weakness that could be taken as something negative. So really pay attention to that. There's more explained in our readings. Explain how it affected you. How does your weakness affect you? Now you're going to have to practice with this. Share what you've done or are doing to improve this weakness and keep the tone positive and focused on growth, never negative. Now I'm going to probably share some additional information with you about how to answer this question. But right here, I've given you some examples on time management, public speaking. Asking for help is always, that's a big one that a lot of students use. They don't like to ask for help. But when you're in a job, if you don't know what you're doing, what do? Yes, you ask for help. And that is really not a weakness. And of course, saying no, not taking on all the task. But I can't wait to see what you're going to say. And remember, when you're posting, I'm going to be posting questions to you, and that's a form of engagement. So please make sure that you're answering. Now, our written assignment is a research paper. You will need to read the directions to the research paper carefully. You can do it on a Word document, a Google Doc. We are not using Ross Edge. We are not using Ross Edge. Just a piece of paper, just a document. And this assignment must be double spaced, 1 to 2 pages, using Times New Roman 12 font. I'm looking for that. It is in the rubric, so make sure you're following those directions. And if you are working at your ideal job, I want you to find another one. Find another employer you would like to work for. I actually had a student that wrote on the paper, I'm working at my ideal job. I'm not going to do this assignment. Well, no, that doesn't work. I want you to really look If you were not at the employer you're at now, that's your ideal job. Let's say it is. Where would you want to work? And then you're going to read the directions and you're going to research that company. Because before we say we're going to work anywhere, please make sure you're researching the company. Sometimes the place that we think we want to work for is not the place we want to work for at all. If you are struggling with this, please reach out to me. I'm more than willing to assist you. And of course, last is a quiz, and you know that our required reading sections support the quiz. And the quiz is open book, open note, so you can look up the answers. But I will be checking in with everyone tomorrow. I will see you on the week 4 check-in board. And everyone have a great week 4, and I'll follow up. I'm going to be grading tomorrow your week 3 assignments, so please make sure that you get those in tonight by midnight. If you can't, you know what to do. Reach out to me, let me know. Have a great week 4.